Hi everyone, welcome back to one of this week's math video videos, where today we're going to be talking about estimations, scaling, the triangular inequality, and how they all relate to maps. What I have here are three different images of maps. One of, I believe, Los Angeles County, the other of the country of Italy, and lastly, just the world map. What I want you to do is to take a look at these maps, and see what similarities they have. What do they have in common? Maybe there's multiple things that jump out to you that they all have in common, but what I wanted to focus on was this right here, found on all three maps, which is called the scale of the map. What this scale allows you to do is, well, find the distance between 2 points on the map. So say I want to find the distance between Universal Studios right here and John Wayne Airport right there. What I can do is copy this distance, the 10 miles, and well, rotate it. Start from John Wayne Airport and then work my way towards Universal Studios. So there's two, copy both. Now there's four. So what we see is roughly 1, 2, 3, 4 times the initial 10 miles, which is approximately 40 miles. And just for fun, I found this website that shows the distance between two locations on the map. So here I put John Wayne Airport to Universal Studios Hollywood, and there's two distances that gives. One that says as the crow flies, which refers to if you were to go in a straight line, and then the other by land transport, so following the roads. And what do you know? The 40-ish miles that we got from just estimating using the scale of the map is pretty close to the 42.37 miles that's the actual distance. Now, one thing that you should keep in mind is how the distance by land transport, if I were to literally get in a car and drive from John Wayne Airport to Universal Studios, is actually further than the distance it would take if you were to go in a straight line, if you could fly there. Here's the image on the map. The last thing we'll talk about is the triangle inequality. And I know it might seem a bit intimidating, but I hope by the end of this video, you'll be able to walk away knowing what the triangle inequality is and how it relates to maps. Really, all that the triangle inequality says is that the shortest path between 2 points on a flat surface is a straight line. Again, going back to our example with the distance from John Wayne Airport to Universal Studios, is that this distance taking the twists and turns, following the road, ends up being a longer distance than if you were to go in a straight line.
Something to keep in mind or consider is that this statement, the shortest path between 2 points on a flat surface is a straight line, is the same exact thing as saying that the longest side of a triangle is always shorter than the sum of its two other sides. If I draw a triangle, it could look like anything. It could look like this, you name it. What the triangle inequality says is that this side length, the longest side length, is always shorter than this side length plus this side length. Now let's say that I wanted to go from this point, point A, to this point, point B, or maybe John Wayne Airport to Universal Studios. Again, the shortest path would be a straight line, which I'll put in blue. What we can say is that any other path to get from point A to point B is always going to be shorter, taking freeway, taking the streets. Even if it gets really close to the true shortest distance, it's still going to be longer. And that's what this triangle inequality says.